This Week in Agribusiness, serving America's most essential industry, is brought to you by Case IH.
Thanks for joining us here on This Week in Agribusiness. What is the soybean market going to look like in a few years? That's a concern right now for the United Soybean Board. Will there be enough demand for American soybeans to make the business of growing soybeans profitable? The Chief Executive Officer of the USB had a chance to talk to us about their forward-looking efforts.
So we know that about 97% of the meal we sell goes into animal feed. The animal industry is our top customer. We also know that oil right now is selling itself because of renewable diesel and biofuels. So what happens when we don't have these on-fire markets? How can we diversify our end uses to make sure that soybean remains one of the most flexible ingredient products on the market today?
That means research is needed in some areas?
It means research, it means partnerships with end-use companies and understanding what they need from us and going back to the drawing board and saying, okay, now we know their needs, how can we fulfill their needs in the best way with a renewable product? We are trying to replace petroleum as much as we can, and not only in fuel, but also in those petroleum byproducts that are used right now to make it more U.S. based and more renewable, and of course supporting the U.S. farmer.
You know, the Department of Energy website says there are more than 5,500 household uses for crude oil or natural gas that come to fruition through that petrochemical market. But it's a reminder of how many things can be made from soybeans.
Yeah, we have a very special project that the board voted to fund that does look at what petroleum byproducts are and what the potential market is for soybeans in each of those 5,000 plus uses. And we think that there are so many uncovered opportunities for us to use soybeans in many, many ways that we haven't. Soybeans are so flexible as a product.
There was a time when we'd hear about a possible new use and we'd think, oh, that's pie in the sky.
Yeah.
But some of these have really taken off and become significant when you put them all together.
Everybody here working the booth is wearing sneakers by Skechers that have soybean oil in the soles with a research and development project that was co-funded by USB and Goodyear. So when we think about, oh, we're going to put soybean oil in tires, how many more things can that soybean oil in tires, can that rubber-like product be used in after it's used in tires? And you think about everything that has that consistency of a sneaker sole, many, many opportunities in the future that we haven't even discovered yet.
Your board of directors, you and I have talked about this in the past. They're real thinkers on that board. The farm men and women who serve there bring a lot of ideas, I'm sure, to the table, and they very seriously weigh the expenditures you make.
You bet, even more now than in the past, I would say. We have an enormous board, a 78-member board. And the way to strengthen our decisions is to get every one of those 78 members with a good, clear understanding of the business environment currently around soy and in the future around soy. Bring all those ideas in, do some significant analysis of each and every idea, and find out where the best investment is for soybean farmers' profitability today and into the future.
You can learn more about the Soybean Checkoff Strategic Plan by visiting unitedsoybean.org.